All right, everybody. Hopefully, everybody did well on the coin possibilities. Now we're going to take a look at rolling two dice. So if we have only one die to roll, it's got 1 out of 6. And if we roll another like normal 6-sided die, that's also going to be 1 out of 6. So what are all the possible outcomes of rolling two dice? Well, that's what this table is right here. You could roll both of them as threes. You could roll a 4 and then a 5. You could roll a 6 and then a 2. All the possible outcomes are right here in this table for you. So let's take a look at some examples and we'll see how to use the table in our answers. So taking a look at this one, what's the probability of rolling a 2 then a 5? Well, here's the 2s. Getting a 2 first is going to be this entire row, and then getting a 5 second is this one right here. That's only one situation out of all the possible situations. And there's actually 36 total possible outcomes. So getting a 2 and then a 5 is just one outcome out of that 36. So it's just going to be 1 out of 36. What about getting a 2 or a 5? Well, all right, let's take a look at the probability of getting a 2 or a 5. So it doesn't say first or second, so that means it could be either. So the probability of getting a 2 or a 5, well, the probability of getting a 2 first is this entire row right here. All right, and the probability of getting a 5 first is this entire row right here. So that takes care of the 2 and the 5 coming first, but you also have to think about 2 and the 5 coming in second. So here's the 2's that come in second, and here's the 5's that come in second. So adding up all of those is going to be out of the 36. So how many do we have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to have 20 out of the 36 that would satisfy that event. So the probability of getting either a 2 or a 5 out of all of those possibilities is 20 out of 36, but remember, this right here means it's going to be simplified. So when you simplify it, you should get 5/9. All right, now for this third problem right here, we're going to take a look at the fact that both numbers are going to be even numbers. So what's the probability that the first and second number are going to be evens? Well, if we're looking with the first die, the even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. So if we're looking here at having a 2 come first, where do you see the other ones being even? Well, it's going to be 2, 2, 2, 4, and 2, 6. 5, 3, and 1 are going to be odd numbers, and we're looking for both of them being even. So that's going to be a similar outcome for when you have 4 come first. You'll have 2, 4, and 6 come second. And then same thing with 6. 2, 4, and 6 coming second. So there's all the possible outcomes that would have both of the numbers being even out of all 36. So if you're taking a look at that, that's only 9 out of the 36. So when you write that in there, that's going to be 9 out of the 36, but that's going to simplify to 1/4. All right, and the last one, let's take a look at this last one here. All right, what's the outcome that both the numbers that you get when you roll are going to be numbers? Well, that sounds crazy, but it's one of those real nice situations. It's like getting a heads or a tails, with flipping the coin. All right, well, the likeliness of you getting numbers when you're rolling these things is all of them. Probability of the first die giving you a number, well, that's 1 through 6. And the probability of the second die giving you a number, that's 1 through 6. So it's going to be 36 out of 36. There's not one situation where you're going to get anything other than numbers. There's no colors, there's no shapes, you're just getting numbers. So the probability of that happening is 36 out of 36, which means it's got a 100% chance of happening. So it's going to be 1. All right, why don't you guys try a couple of these ones on your own, and I'll meet you over at the next topic. I'm sorry, the next slide when you guys are done.